Thank you, Charles Manning, for that grand piano music to set us in the mood of Shabbat. And I'd like to welcome you all to our Beth-El Tzedek Shabbat evening services. We are Rabbis Sandy and Dennis Sasso. We welcome you to our home, and we feel welcome to your home. We are accompanied by Rabbi Jenny Greenspan and Cantor Melissa Cohen, who will be helping in the conducting of the service this evening. But our star on this Shabbat is Annie Marin Burnett. And Annie celebrates this Shabbat her bat mitzvah. She is in the circle of her dear family, and you can all see her there. Annie, wave so everybody can see you. There we go. Surrounded by Jill and Matt, her dear parents, brother and sister Tyler and Cameron, and joining us tonight in the service as well, our grandparents, Jamie and Mickey Maurer, and Ellen and Howard Burnett. We have people from about 13 or 14 different states joining us for this Shabbat celebration. California, Texas, Georgia, Ohio, Florida, Illinois, New York, Oklahoma, Kentucky, South Carolina, Washington, Colorado, Arizona, and Indiana. All one big family for this socially distanced but spiritually intimate Shabbat. I'd like to welcome you all and invite you to take note of the website where you can access Shabbat virtual resources for this evening. If you would like to do so, you can go to bez613.org, and there you will have the prayer book, Kol HaNeshama, as well as a song sheet, and also other resources for this Friday evening. We're going to begin the service by inviting Annie to chant the candle blessing that you may follow on page 5 of the prayer book. So we ask the Burnetts to unmute themselves and Annie to chant the blessing as we welcome Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, source of light, our God, sovereign of all worlds, who has made us holy with your mitzvot and commanded us to kindle the Shabbat light. Amen.
I'd like to invite Mom and Dad to recite the prayer that introduces Kiddush, which will in a few moments be chanted by Annie. You may follow on page 116 as Jill and Matt read.
The commandment to bless this wine is a commandment to drink life as deeply as we drink from this cup.
It is a commandment to bless life and to love deeply.
It is a commandment to remember with Shabbat heart, to act with Shabbat hands, and to see the world with Shabbat eyes.
It is a commandment to laugh until we are all laughter, to sing until we are all sung, to dance until we were all danced, to love until we are all loved. This is the wine that God has commanded us to bless and drink.
Amen. And Annie, if you would raise the Kiddush cup, and we turn to page 119 in the prayer book and listen to the chanting of the Kiddush by our bat mitzvah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'yavra uvratzonim hilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, kuhu yom techila lemikre kodesh, zecher l'tziyat mitzrayim, Kivanu v'acharta, ve'yotanu kidashta, min kochamim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'yava uvratzon, kintulatanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadeshcha Shabbat.
Amen. L'chaim.
Amen.
Annie, I presume you had somebody bake you a challah for tonight. So if you would raise Valhalla, which has already risen, I'm sure. And together with the family, can we see Cameron and Tyler as well with mom and dad there?
Cameron, get in front.
Here we go. If you would all join together with Annie in the Hamotzi.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lehem min haaretz.
Amen. Amen. Annie, break some pieces and pass it around to your family.
That's good.
Okay. And before we go into the evening service itself, we are going to bless one another. So if you're as a family, come together. You can either extend arms over one another or transcend space and time and extend your arms to the family who is not with you this evening. And for our sons, we say, Yesimcha Elohim ke Ephraim v'chi Menashe. May God bless you as God blessed Ephraim and Manasseh, the sons of Joseph, who blessed the house of Israel. And for our daughters, Yesimech Elohim ke Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May God bless you as he blessed our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And for all our families, we say, Yevarechecha Adonai ve'ishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Yair Adonai panavelecha v'chuneka. May God be gracious to you and show you kindness. Yisa Adonai panavelecha ve'yasem lecha ve'lach shalom. May God look with favor upon you and grant you a Shabbat of health and a life of health and joys and of peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom. You can hug and kiss as appropriate. Now we have a welcome Shabbat with ritual and blessings. We welcome the Shabbat angels of joy and of peace in the words of Shalom Aleichem. You can all follow and sing from your homes with Cantor Melissa, page 13.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malachi HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malachi HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nile Shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malachi HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem Shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malachi HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue with Kabbalat Shabbat, welcoming the presence of Shabbat, page 25, the first 8 lines of Psalm 96, as we welcome the joy of the seventh day.
Yallay, lallay, lay, yallay, lallay, lay, yallay, lallay, lay, yallay, yallay, lay, 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 lallay. Yahi lay, lay, lallay. Yahi lay, 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 lay. Yahi lay, 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 lay. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato, sapru hagoyim kevodo b'chol ha'amim nifleotav, כי גדול אדוני ומולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. יאילי לי, יאלי ללי, יאלי ללי, יאלי ללי, יאלי. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Now we transport ourselves to the 16th century in the Galilee, in the city of Sfat, and we join the ancient Kabbalists, the mystics, and welcome the Shabbat Queen and Bride in the words of Lecha Dodi. Pages 41 and 47, we'll sing the first and the last verses of Lecha Dodi. Welcome, Shabbat Queen and Bride.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, yalalai, lalalai, lalalai, finish Shabbat. Nekabel laila, hilai, lecha Dodi likrat kala, yalalai, lalalai, lalalai, finish Shabbat. Nekabel laila, shamor vesachor, bedibor echad. Ishmiyanu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'elitila, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, lalalai, lalalai, p'nei Shabbat. Nekabel laila, hilai, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, lalalai, lalalai, p'nei Shabbat. Nekabel lai, bori beshalom, ateret bahala, gam besimcha ubetzola, tok emunei am sebula, bori chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, lalalai, lalalai, v'nei Shabbat. Nekabel laila, hilai, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalalai, lalalai, lalalai, p'nei Shabbat. Nekabel la.
With Lecha Dodi, we have welcomed Shabbat into our homes and into our community. Let us now become a community of one, distant as we may be, as we join in Hinei ma tov u'manayim. How good, how pleasant it is for family and friends to come together. Hinei ma tov u'manayim. How good, how pleasant it is to come together as one. Now that we have affirmed the unity of community, let us join in the Shema and the Ve'ahavta as we affirm the unity that is above and beyond all. Shema on page 65.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. Please join with me in the concluding words on page 73. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We ask the Burnett's once again to unmute, and Annie is going to read for us on page 84 the passage from the Torah that speaks of Shabbat as the covenant that links the generations. Page 84.
Let Israel's descendants keep Shabbat, making Shabbat throughout all their generations as an eternal bond. Between me and Israel's descendants shall be a sign eternally. For in 6 days the fashioner of all made skies and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased and drew a breath of rest.
God ceased and drew a breath of rest. We also are now turning to a breath of prayer for healing, a breath of hope and healing for all of those in our lives who are feeling either sickness or just brokenness at the world. So in a moment, we will be doing a prayer for healing. Cantor Melissa will sing and Charles will give us some music so that we can focus on the shortest prayer of the Torah and the somewhat the most truest of our hearts, and that is El Na Rafana La. God, please heal. Is the meaning of that prayer. Cantor Melissa will sing. This week we are especially holding Jim Fleischer, Shirley Steinman, Jamie Gray, Elaine Safran, Ron Safran, and Dr. Stephen Bohm for healing in our community. I invite, if you have any other names whom you want to hold in this moment in this prayer for healing, to include them in our chat while Cantor Melissa sings and Charles plays our prayer for healing, our Misha Berach, for us.
Famous last words, unmute. Everybody, just me, unmute. Misha Berach is on our song sheet. Beautiful words set to beautiful music by Debbie Friedman, and we can join together. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu, Mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Be the one who blessed our ancestors, bless and heal all of those who are in need of healing, those we've mentioned aloud and in the chat, and those who we're still holding in our hearts. May the Holy Blessing One be filled with compassion for their health and restore them to strength so that they may be revived and receive a complete renewal of body and of spirit. We now invite a moment of quiet prayer in Amidah space. We invite us each to reflect on the week that we have had, the week that we hope to have, all of our pride in Annie and all of the work that she has done for this week. We have a lot to be grateful for and a lot to reflect upon. So I invite us to have a moment of quiet prayer and focus on what you need to focus on. Shabbat.
We invite Annie to close this moment of silent prayer with the meditation that you may follow on page 106 for the acceptance of our prayers.
Dear God, protect my tongue from evil and my lips from telling lies. May I turn away from evil and do what is good in your sight. Let me be counted among those who seek peace. May my words of prayer and my heart's meditation be seen favorably. Beloved one, my rock and my redeemer, may the one who creates harmony above make peace for us and for all Israel and for all who dwell on earth, and say Amen.
Amen. Just a brief comment on a moment of relevance. I think it is important that we should take note this Shabbat of the historic announcement that Israel and the United Arab Emirates will be normalizing relations. Israel's broader acceptance in the region is good for Israel, good for American interests in the Middle East. And we also applaud that in return for normalizing ties, Israel will be suspending its plans to annex parts of the West Bank. And while today's announcement is an accomplishment to be celebrated, achieving a regional peace or a permanent status agreement to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains a goal yet to be fulfilled. Until a viable solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is found, true peace and acceptance of Israel by all will remain incomplete. So let us celebrate this historic achievement and hope to see its fruition in a comprehensive regional accord that will see two states living side by side in peace. And to express those hopes musically, we invite Cantor Melissa to sing a song, Imagine, Hashkivenu, a prayer for peace.
If you'd like to follow along, this will contain lots of very familiar words and lyrics and music from beloved liturgy and from beloved singer-songwriters. So that's available on our website in our song sheets. Imagine no possession. brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one love, one life. You got to do what you should. One life with each other, sisters, oh brothers. One life, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Behamidinu Mahim Nulechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Behamidinu Mahim Nulechayim. Oh, one day, all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war and no children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
As we come to the conclusion of these moments of prayer and of hope and of aspiration, we also turn to a moment of remembrance. We think of loved ones who are no longer with us. We particularly extend condolences to the family of Burton Greenberg, Lorraine Greenberg, Dr. Jeffrey Greenberg, and family on the death of their husband and father. To Elaine Glansman of the death of her beloved fiancé, Thomas Overstreet. We keep in our hearts all those for whom we mourn. We notice that we are still in the period of Shloshim for Helen Naomi Isaacson. And with all of them in our hearts, we offer the prayer of remembrance and hope. The Mourner's Kaddish on page 131. Yitkadal veyitkadash shemei Rabba. Ve'olma divra kir'ute ve'yamlich malchute. V'chayeichon u'vyomeichon u'chayei dechol beit Israel. Ba'agala u'vizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach. Ve'olam u'le'olmei olmaya. Yitbarach ve'ishtabach ve'ipar ve'itroman ve'itnaseh. Ve'yithadar ve'yitale ve'yithalal. Shemei de Kudsha Berichu, Le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata, tushbechata ve'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlamar rabba min shemaya, ve'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Israel, ve'imru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Israel, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. May God, the source of peace, grant comfort to all who are bereaved, with peace to the household of Israel and to all humanity. And let us say, Amen. If you have stood, you may be seated at this moment, and we turn to moments of conclusion of our service. And we invite Uncle Todd Maurer, who is officer of the congregation, our first vice president, to serve in that capacity, but also in a familial note to extend Mazel Tov to our bat mitzvah.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. A special Shabbat Shalom to Annie, her sister Cameron, and brother Tyler, and her mom and dad, Jill and Matt Burnett. To grandparents, Ellen and Howard Burnett, and Mickey and Janie Maurer. To all the family I see extended across 4 or 5 pages on my Zoom screen. According to Beth-El calculations, having 96 screens equates to 1,000 people watching this Zoom service, Annie. So there's a lot of people out here watching you and cheering you on. And I know we'll all join you again tomorrow morning for a wonderful, meaningful, special bat mitzvah service. And I will tell you, welcome to the Zoom Mitzvah Club. It's a very select club, and it's a very special club, and you did a great job tonight, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I also want to extend a special welcome to the teenage years birthday wish to Avery Fox, whose birthday is today. And Shabbat Shalom to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. You can either Zoom in our services this way, or Beth-El also offers a live stream, which you can find on our website, bez613.org. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Todd.
Shalom. Mazel tov, Annie.
I think it's about 20 per household, so I would say it's at least 2020, at least 2,020 people.
2,000, yes. We have a big crowd
this year, right? Annie, you did great. We look forward to seeing you on the Bima tomorrow. And you can also tune in at 9:30 for Torah Talk with Rabbi Jenny, and then join us on Zoom and or live stream at 10 a.m. From the Beth-El Tzedek Sanctuary to celebrate with Annie and with her family. I'd like to thank, as always, Shari Levine and Jackie Goldstein for keeping us connected this evening, and thank once again to Charles for his music that makes our Shabbat celebrations particularly enjoyable and meaningful. Happy birthday to all celebrants, and happy anniversaries and celebrations. We'll do a Simcha Shabbat one of these days so that we can all indicate what we are going through at this time, because there are, as difficult as the times might be, it is important to take notice of special moments just like this one. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We're going to conclude the service with the singing of Oseh Shalom. You may follow in the website. May the one who makes peace bring peace to us, to Israel, to our country, and to all humanity. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al Shabbat shalom. Mazel tov, Annie.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Mazel tov, Annie, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Shabbat shalom.
Wade, you can talk.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
You did a wonderful job.
Love, Avery. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Say Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah.
Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, Sarah Resnick is totally into my song. She's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, there she goes.
Check it out.
Wait.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Shabbat Shalom.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everybody did great. Annie, you looked so cute.
Thank you.
We will see you in the morning. Can't wait to celebrate with you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat
everybody.
Shalom.
Unmute it. You have to mute it. Okay.
See, people don't want to leave. It's the oneg.
It's a happy
Yoneg.
occasion.
See?
Oh, that's it. I see. Okay. Bye. How I leave? Don't know. Leave. Leave. Nancy, leave.
Last one out. Close the door.